Can you hear me now? Is this? Let me know if this is working. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had this mic. I guess it died. I'll pay attention to see if the battery's. No, yeah, I think the battery's gonna die on this. Okay, let me unplug this in. Can you still hear me? Boy, that did a lot of weird things. Now I can't hear my music. So disconnected. Boy, everything's weird now. Okay. Very weird. All right. Well, whatever. Maybe I'll try the music again later. But I'm almost finished with this section. I'm going to get right into inks. I have my background drawn or built in, I don't know how familiar you are with Google SketchUp, because this is a scene that takes place in a room that repeats. We keep coming back to this scene. So sometimes when I do that, I like to, that's when I switch my music. Yeah, usually I'm always listening to music while I work. And it's all sorts of music, a lot of electronic music, a lot of like non-invasive kind of generic electronic music. I've been listening to a lot of this one band recently called Molchat Doma, like this Russian post-punk kind of thing. Um, I'm old, so I like a lot of 70s rock. Grew up with that stuff. Um, Depends, a lot of hip hop. Depends on the mood and the time. Listen to a lot of electronic music. Washed Out is a big band that I really like. So I get the music back. It's really weird. It says it's connected. As soon as I unplugged, I had a mic in here. As soon as I unplugged that, and it died on me. Oh, all right, I got the music back on here. Um, all right. Do I miss ink on paper? I do, but I use ink on paper too. I do work analog as well. It's a matter of time usually. Like so, uh, working digitally is just faster. I don't necessarily like it more than working traditionally. I don't. But put my shadows in now. But it is just a lot faster. As long as I can kind of control myself, because one problem that will happen is with digital, you can just kind of keep going, and there's a tendency to add stuff even when you're done. Whereas, you're working with a limited amount of space um, on traditional paper. So what happens is it's just easier to see that you're finished. I don't know if that makes any sense. But like analog here, I can kind of just keep zooming in and getting more and more um, detailed. So like it takes restraint to actually hold back. Okay, so it's hard for you to draw on glass, and you're practicing at it. So there's something you want to get. It's called paper like. Uh, Here, let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, I think I just delete it and thing. Uh, so there's this thing called paper like, and you can. It's an adhesive that you put on top of your screen. So here, check this out. Oh shit! It won't let it go because it's too long. Great. How do I shorten this? All right. Paperlike.com. All right. So here's where you want to go. So you want to go to this site over here called Paperlike, and what it is an adhesive that you put over your page, and it's going to make it feel like paper. So you won't have that super smooth glossy thing. Hey Johnny, how's it going, buddy? I was just telling this guy about Paperlike, which you can put on your screen, so it gives it some sense of friction. So it feels like you're actually like inking on paper as opposed to glass where it's kind of sliding all over the place and being like too slippery or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, my background is it's just they're playing pool. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go ahead and ink their figures in. So later on, I'll take care of the background stuff. In the foreground here is just like a what do you call it? It's a table, a poker table. That's the word, because they're playing poker and stuff. And then back here is kind of like I know there's like a refrigerator back here and some other shit. But this is going to be like full of dialogue, so I'm not going to worry about the background too much. And just to give you guys something to watch, I'm going to ink. What does Johnny say here? Good, just at home. We were good, and drawing pad is now cooperating. Oh, I'm glad you're not having problems. It's the worst, man, when your iPad's like, or drawing pad, or whatever you're working on, when it's just fucking around with you. It sucks. It's so aggravating. So this is my first new computer. I haven't had a new computer in like 12, 13 years. Yeah, 13, maybe even 14 years. It's been a really long time. So like none of these settings are what I'm used to working on, but I'm just gonna make it work, you know. Um, all right, let's just get into it. This is fun. Let's do the inking. Oh, my eyes suck. I need to get new glasses. That's the thing. So I don't have that paper-like thing I was talking about before. I don't have it on top of this, my my Cintiq, but I'm using Clip Studio, which has a stabilizer, and that just helps me keep my pen from sliding around too much. The new computer. Hi, Vic Rules. The new computer, I got an MSI. Uh, it's we were told by the people who at what's the word I'm looking for? Cintiq at Wacom, that it was good to use gaming computers with your iPad because of like the frame rate or the refresh rate or something like that is really good. So the fun part is I can use the computer for gaming as well, um, which is typically what Taki and I will do at the end of the night. Um, the day I'm kind of working and wearing myself out. So at night, we'll do some gaming and stuff. And it's really cool to like kind of open up my gaming to some PC stuff. Although I haven't really gotten into much anything new yet. We had just finished playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, or Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, the new game, and that's fucking awesome. It was wild. That was great. Hi, Malcolm. Thanks. And you guys playing games? Are you playing any video games out there? I think it sounds like I play a lot more games than I do. I'm not a huge gamer, but when I find games that I like to spend time in it. Like, well, Kingdom Come Deliverance was a lot of fun to just be in that world. It's also really weird the difference in line quality between my iPad and a lot of my inking's done on the iPad Pro, but there's a slight difference in line quality between these two computers. I think this is Taki's old one. She got a new one from Wacom. We went and did a talk there, and they hooked her up with a new one, which was amazing. So I think this is like from 2014 or something. So maybe that's why I noticed a difference in the line quality. But it's still really good. Assassin's Creed, all right. I haven't played the new one. My favorite one is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. By far, is like, and I get how people who like Assassin's Creed, a lot of people didn't like that game because it's so un Assassin's Creed like. But it is by far my favorite game. I kind of only play other games so that I could refresh that one. I tried Elden Ring and it was just not for me. Not because of any quality. I just couldn't stick. I couldn't keep up with it. I wasn't. I'm not. My brain just wasn't there for it. What I like about digital too is like sometimes you can just go. You just get a chance to just look at what you're doing. Boom. What's fun too is sometimes I'll just go ahead and just drop black in there just to see how everything will look. Um, and then sometimes I'll do something like create a new layer. I'll make sure I'm not doing any area scaling. And then I'll go in and I'll just sort of take lines away. Just something like that, just to see how it looks. That's pretty cool. But I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet on this whole thing, so I'm just showing you that as an example. You're playing Odyssey right now. Awesome, man. I mean, one of the reasons I love why I wanted to play that is just because I really really love um, ancient Greece, the not just the mythology stuff, but like the actual culture. And that game is so historically accurate that they
they used to teach classes. Um, like if you look on YouTube, there's some classes where there's like historians and archaeologists, walking through the Acropolis and explaining what the buildings are and where they came from and who built them and how accurate they are and stuff. It's pretty wild. Oh, I can tell you, these lines are not working out great right now. What I mean by that is like, sometimes your full facilities there to do your best work isn't always there. Um, but I'm a big believer in just getting things done, especially digitally. I can go back later if something's bothering me and touch it up, change it, and fix it. Momentum is very important to me, especially because I'm working uh, constantly, and I've got these multiple deadlines on multiple projects. So just making sure I get something done is like very important. And that doesn't mean I'm sloppy. Like if I'm letting things go, it's because I want to come back to it later, look at it with fresh eyes, which means either it was okay in the first place, or it means I need to redraw it. And it's easy if I have to redraw it, just create another layer like that, lower the opacity on the layer that I was working on, and I'll just draw right over this and just fix it, you know. Um, that being said, I think this hand is fine. Um, a lot of times things don't look great until they're put into context. Like once the background is in there and everything, then it's like, oh, you know what, this looks fine. I don't need to redraw this. Especially when you're working on a page incomplete like this where I didn't draw the background in yet. But because of the kind of room that they're in, the background really isn't interacting with them very much. Like nothing's sort of overlapping them or anything like that. So I'm just going to concentrate on the characters right now. I hate this hand. Oh, I'm not a lefty. The image is flipped. Yeah, this whole image, actually, everything you're looking at, I didn't realize. Yeah, that's weird. Huh. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, I'm right-handed. Like this, so the image is coming through backwards. I didn't realize. I knew it kind of did that on TikTok. I wasn't aware that that was going on here. Oh, thank you, Malcolm. I really appreciate it, man. Were you just over on TikTok, Malcolm? Like I was on TikTok not too long ago, and then I had to pull off, and then I was like, figured I'd try coming over here. The other trick that I try to pull myself when I'm working is I try and think of this as the brush I would be using if I was working analog. So I do like a lot of pulling because when I use a brush, I do a lot of like this, right? Um, so even though digitally it's kind of doesn't matter, especially because with the stabilizer it does a lot of the work for you. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I just try and think of it in my head how I would handle this as a brush, and um, I think that helps keep things consistent, especially if the next page I was to draw, if I was to switch over to real pen and paper, there won't be a giant shocking difference in line quality or anything. Yeah, TikTok is weird. See, like right now, see how I was pushing it instead of pulling? Like that's not how I would use a brush. So I try and keep it consistent with how I would actually use a brush. Um, but with this being a new computer too, like I don't have my hotkeys set up, and I don't have my whole setup set up like in a way that I'm really happy with yet. So like I got to start using the shortcut keys because doing everything like this is kind of a time killer. It's not very efficient. Here's the fun part. Let's drop in some black. See how it goes. Bada bing. Oh, I forgot to do area scaling. All right, before I do the little faces, I'm gonna come back over here. And I'm just gonna freehand this bottle. What's great about something like the freehanding this bottle is like it gives an organic feel, but if I fuck up, guess what? It's digital, easy fix. Ugh, terrible. When I can remember to, I'm careful not to zoom in too much because I can't do that when I'm working analog. Um, and with my style, which is simple, cartoony, if I get too much detail in there and stuff, it just starts to look. It looks good, but it starts to look just not like me. I don't know. Right now, Taki's downstairs playing The Last of Us 2 as we were watching the show again, or the second season. And if you're watching The Last of Us second season, you can spot my artwork in there. I did all the artwork for the Savage Starlight comics, and there's like a poster in Ellie's room, and I did the art for that. So that's pretty neat. Should use the navigator. Hey, Jeff. That Jeff Brown is my buddy from Canada. Jeez. I don't know, guys. This is very okay. And no shit, part of it is my eyesight. I gotta get new glasses. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, so yeah, like I said, it's very okay. Right now, this is looking kind of lifeless. Not bad, just lifeless. But I think I'll be able to figure it out. All right. Let's go look at these little figures. The new Indiana Jones game now, is that it's just on Xbox, right? Um, 'Cause I don't have Xbox, but I think when it comes either to PC, is it on PC? Because I could probably play it now. I got a laptop, a gaming laptop finally, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Oh, it's on PS5 now. Okay. Um, it is definitely on the list for sure. Recently, my life has just been taken over by Kingdom Come Deliverance, but Indiana Jones has gotten nothing but great reviews, and I'm not as big of a fan as say some of the other people in my generation, but I love it, the indie stuff. So yeah, I'll definitely be trying out sometime. face is terrible. Sometimes I'll do this. Like instead of spending time on fixing the page, I'll just draw an arrow to the, like this face, which looks so funky to me. Um, and then I'll come back to it with like fresh eyes. In fact, fresh eyes is something I kind of need pretty desperately right now. What did you think about Indiana Jones? Pretty fun game, good. And like the indie stuff, like the guy who kind of acted out Harrison Ford did pretty amazing job, from what I could tell. I watched a few videos about it. There's this guy named Luke Stevens. He does a lot of like game reviews and stuff, and he did a pretty in depth thing about the whole thing. Sometimes you just lay down a shape just to see if it'll work, like that. I feel like this will work. Let's see. I think so. I mean, I can just draw over it, create another layer, and redo it if I ultimately. Yeah, I don't like it. Never mind. All right. So this page is okay. His head is big. His face is a little weird. Um, I don't know. I'll be able to fix this fine. I'll be able to save it fine. Especially when I kind of do the backgrounds. Another big trick is just give the whole thing horizontal flip. And then you can kind of really see where the problems are because you kind of see it fresh for the first time. Um, a wonkiness to his face, but I can fix that. This face isn't as bad as I thought it was. Um, hands are okay. This one's a little weak because it's a little thin, but and then the rest of his costume and stuff is going to come together, especially once I've what's the word? My brain is tired. I have a background and an environment and stuff like that for him to land him in. This is a fun trick. I'm going to redraw his face, and what I do is I'm just gonna lasso part of his face, and then go over to where's it at? Transform. There's a couple ways to do this. You can do there's like a liquefy thing, but the mesh transform is pretty good to figure out like how to fix his head. Oh. I think this will do it. But now that's going to mess the lines up. They'll be a little blurry now, a little aliased from moving it around. So I'm going to actually re-ink the head. And I think I make it a little smaller too. This head looks a little big. So I'm gonna do that. Shrink it a little bit. A little bit. And then just lower the opacity. Create a new layer. And now I'm going to just ink it all over again. So this way too, I mean, you know, like, as I said before, I need that momentum to keep moving forward. So sometimes when something's messed up looking, I'm not going to sweat over it right then and there. You know, especially because digitally. It's different if this was analog. Especially digitally. I'm not going to sweat over it right then and there. I just want to keep moving to have that sense of accomplishment. But here, there was enough of the face looking weird that I'm going to fix this right now. And also, typically I'm moving this around a lot more, but like I said, it's a new computer, so my shortcut keys and stuff aren't set up, and my brain's not set up for shortcut keys anyway, so I really have to discipline myself to even use them in the first place. But they're becoming very handy right now to, you know, move the canvas around. Oops. Has this stuff made any sense? What I'm doing? Do you have any questions? Because I think I'm gonna call it. So now I'm going to go into here and cut off the old head. Got the new head. All right. Now, I know you don't have anything to compare it to, but I like that head a lot more than the other one. Let's see. That's the next page. This is what my very, very, very first pass of something looks like. Like, this is how loose the sketches are. So you can barely tell, like, these are cards that are laid out. This is his thumb, part of his hand and fingers. Up here, are going to be this kind of back and forth of them staring at each other and talking to each other. I don't know why I didn't sketch anything in there at all. I think I just needed the layout of the page because of the amount of dialogue. So you kind of got to figure out, like, what is your space going to look like. Yeah, I'm okay with this face now. This is back, right? I didn't, yeah, gotta reverse this. And earlier I was showing this trick. Hello, Creative A. This is the other trick I like to do. Create a new layer. Now I'm working in Clip Studio. So usually I have, when I fill in a black area here, I have this thing called area scaling so that it actually, you know, adds to a couple of pixels, however many I've indicated here to fill out the black. But I'll shut that off for this because what I'm going to do is just put black everywhere on this other layer. And then I try to think about, well, what's going to work with that much black and what doesn't. Obviously, his face here won't work unless I cut away at the layer underneath. Let's do this. So something like this. This isn't perfect. I'll just give you an idea of what I'm talking about. How you can have fun with a layer. So now I'll turn it all the way back. Now look at that face. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Even that's kind of cool. But I'm not exactly sure what I want to do yet with the background, so just want to show you that. But I think I'm going to call it because my eyes hurt, my head hurts. This is very okay, but I'm going to fix it tomorrow. Hey, thanks, Jeff. Oh, Lucas, thank you for liking William of Newberry. I appreciate it, man. I was really, really happy with that. Boy, that sun's going to kill me, isn't it? Look at that. Thanks. Yeah, I think I will feel better after I give my eyes some rest. Let me see something. See if I could show you guys some stuff while you're here. I'm gonna open up my hard drive. No, I can't show you that. I'll get in trouble. All right, what can I show you? Boy, I don't know what I can show you. I'm gonna do this. Oh. Yeah, I don't have Photoshop yet, so I've been using this fake Photoshop program when I needed it to, but I accidentally opened it up in that. All right, here we go. This is for the next Blue Book project, which isn't even announced yet, so I shouldn't even be talking about it. But here we go. All I can say is this takes place in Russia, and if you're into ufology and weird stuff, you might know what this is in reference to. I don't know. Hey, thanks, Jeff. All right, talk to you later, man. Yeah, I'm trying something different. Usually I have my screen is like right on, or the camera is right on the screen, but I've learned that people kind of like you talking to them and shit, so I figured I'd try and be somewhat camera facing. Anyway, I can't wait to show you guys this stuff. This is really, really fun. But right now, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. Yes, Dyatlov Pass. You know, you know. Thanks for that, Lucas. Yeah, next time I'm gonna try and get on here earlier and see if I can hang out longer with you guys. But yeah, right now my eyeballs are killing me. The sunlight isn't helping. So so thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try and do more of these, and then hopefully we can like talk more and stuff. And next time I'll fix that thing. Take care.